Good afternoon, it's the Crafty Nana here. Now, I would say I'm coming to you from my desk, but actually I've got so many different things I want to show you that I'm going to be all over the place. So, from my desk and other destinations.
It's the Crafty Nana in her arts and crafts studio.
I've been very busy because the house is quite quiet at the moment, so I've been getting on and getting a few things done. So quite a few things to show you. So I'm going to start with a project that I did with my daughter. So this is what we were getting up to. It's almost exactly the same as gold leaf sheets. It's thin metallic sheets, and you use a size which you paint on, and then you put it all on, and then afterwards you put a coat of varnish over the top. So she's doing this handbag. I started on the shoes and she's finished them off for me. Very cute, I think, and I will wear them for sure. I think they're lovely. Give you a close-up of the finish. It's really quite satiny, quite nice. This one isn't finished, so it's still quite sort of bitty because you've got to brush all the bits off. They do go everywhere. They will get all over your house, so just be warned if you do fancy having a go at this. It isn't the cleanest and tidiest of activities. But then, hey, when has that ever stopped me? Let's move on to the next thing I wanted to show you. So the next thing I wanted to show you was some crafts that my children have been doing, because I'm quite proud of them. They've been working really, really hard. So let's have a look at what they've been doing. They've been making little miniatures. Make sure. They've done little bats, some more 3D to go on to that one. They've made the little mushrooms in the things themselves. They've chosen their artworks. We painted up the little frames that I've been casting. They've actually been making the potions and putting sealing wax on them, putting labels on them, making all the little bits and pieces to go in their shelves. And they're doing a damn good job. They're just making some books now. And then they've got the wands to do. She even made a little broomstick, this one. And you can see that the inspiration for the wallpaper is very much my studio with its bugs all over the walls. Now this little boy, he is going to turn this into the mirror of her eyes. So it's going to be a big gold frame on it. He's just made a pencil into a wand. We put a spike of amethyst at the top. And then this is then going to be the same. It's going to be a little potions cupboard. So he's been making potions, putting labels on them, making little bugs, making books, more potions down here. We put the elastic bands around them to hold the labels in place whilst they dry so they don't curl up. Yeah, so he's been doing lots and lots of bits. There's a basilisk's tooth, and he's got some keys there, because of course this is an old key box. We've taken the handle off and we've got it ready to go back on at the end. But yeah, he's thoroughly enjoying that. There's a 9 3/4 sign in there. He's got to make more potions for these bottles. He's going to make a seahorse in this. So yeah, he's been very, very busy. Now this young lady, this is Sunny's. Now Sunny is making hers more natural, more nature. So we've got fish, we've got seashells and butterflies. She made one of those Thai shrine boxes into a box with an electric eel in it. She's made her mushrooms and butterfly little cloche there. I don't know if my camera's going to actually go into get it in focus or not. I need to come back a bit. Well, hopefully it will come into focus. All the labels and the wax on the bottles here as well. So yes, they're all working really hard, making a whole stack of little books up here. More potions to come. Little seahorses and things. I picked those up in Brunei. So yes, very proud of my little students. They're working very hard and very diligently, doing their bits and pieces and making their fun stuff. So I've got some younger ones doing bits and pieces too, but they tend to get finished and then take them home with them, so I don't have them here to show you at the moment. But yeah, quite pleased with what they're up to. And as always, my desk is a total mess. It really is. But I've finished an awful lot, so I've taken those upstairs and I'll have to take you up to show you what I've finished. I've been making lots of earrings, lots of bugs. They're all coming together nicely. I'm still working on the clear one. This is upside down at the moment, but I'm working to do this clear one. And I found these beautiful crystal spikes, so I'm thinking that these crystal spikes might hang on to these ones. I also wanted to make a mould of this cicada to make a pair of cicada earrings to go with the cicada necklace I've already made, which I will show you. But I need to get the pearl out before I can mould it, because I would want to put my own bead in, so it would be better if I just had a space rather than a pearl. So I've got my silicone out, and I will probably make that mould today and get that done so that I can carry on with it. These were the big pieces of clear that I thought I'd put in with it. Got a bit frustrated because I could only find 3 and I really need more, because 3 is no good. I need 4, but so it'll probably just be 2 that I use. I was using some of the bugs that didn't come out so well, that had like broken legs and things where they hadn't quite worked, just to test out whether silver or white would work best behind them, or whether they just look better plain. I think I decided I like them best just plain and crystally, so that's what we're going to go for with this one. Yes, so I'm now going to take you upstairs to my room and show you the beads and the bugs that I've got done so far. Okay, so I'm upstairs. It's a stormy old day, so I hope we've got enough light. I think we have. So I'm just going to show you where I am on the bugs that I've been making. This is one that I've just recently finished. This necklace had sort of been dumped because one of the chains had broken, and these woven chains are really, really difficult to fix, but I fixed it with some wire and I added a bug, and now I think it'll definitely get worn. Well, it's already getting worn. I made these earrings to go with it. Now I had these balls, which I'd mended because they kept losing stones, with these little chain dangles on them, and I thought that is perfect with the dangly chains on the necklace to make dangly chain bug earrings. So these are the earrings with the dangly chains, and I've just done them with black and silver and a little sparkle on them. The bug on this one has got a fair amount of sparkle on it, if you catch the light. So he's really quite wowy, and this is a very Art Deco feel to it, so I'm quite liking this. So let's have a look at some other things. I finished the earrings and the monster bug. So these earrings go with this bug. Excuse the mess in here, I've just been doing some filming, so I've got loads of outfits out and about. So iridescent giant bug. He didn't go black and gold in the end, he went black and iridescent, although I might still do a black and gold one. And those are the earrings that go with him. So they're dark borealis crystals with, again, long chains to match the chains on the bug. Okay, so up here, once I'd started putting bugs on earring stands, I couldn't help myself. I just kept going. It was so much fun. So most of my earring stands have now got bugs on them. This one here is one I finished. You've probably seen him kicking around on my desk for a while, but he's now got little beads on the chain and big bead on his body. That was a ring that had fallen out of the setting and got chipped. So I put the chip end under the wings. I used a drill to drill out the resin, and I think he turned out really nicely. You'll see me modelling him in one of my clothes try-on. There's my cicada. That's the green bug. So the green earrings that go with him are on there as well. And those earrings, the plain, straight Aurora Borealis ones, are the ones I wore with the purple bug. Whether it'll get its own earrings, I don't know, but at the moment it's just wearing those ones. Right, let's pan past the monstrous quantity of jewellery back to the bugs. So I did add the bugs onto the collar and they came out quite well and I was quite pleased with them. I've actually got 2 different bugs, which I thought was quite fun. So these are the earrings that belong with the other necklace that I showed you. The cicadas are tucked around here. So these are the ones that I had lost one of my earrings, a beautiful moon and star earring. And so I took the other one that was left and I put it with the 2 of the cicadas that I moulded from the mould that I made, and made a chain necklace that's got all the colours in it. And I'm quite pleased with that. But the cicada I showed you would be the earrings that I want to make to go with that. This one I finished with the dangly drop earrings. Very pleased with him. He's on a picture of my beautiful daddy when he was a baby. Those are the pink bugs, the earrings and the necklace. I'm getting so much wear out of those. That was the other pink bug there. That one's very over the top, so it's not something you wear every day. But the bee's quite nice. He's not so overstated that you can't wear him, so he's fine. These are the earrings that go with the black tiger beetle with the tiger's eye stones. And again, they're on another bug stand. This is the one that was completely broken, so I made the top of it like a stag's antlers. And it's already being used and it's very useful. These earrings here are the ones that go with this bug here, which I've also already shown you in a try on. I'm really happy with that one. That was such bright, lovely colours. My blue tiger beetle just gets used so much, so much. I absolutely love him. And there's the purple, very over the top, fancy, lacy ones there. There's my tiger beetle with the tiger's eye beads. This is the huge big collar that I finished last week. Absolutely enormous. Huge tiger beetle on that one. And parts of an old bracelet. Well, this was one of these necklaces that was on a leather thong. And then these were parts of a turquoise bracelet, stretchy bracelet that came to bits. And the black beads are the black bead jewels are the sew-on ones. So I made matching earrings out of 2 more of the strands from the bracelet. Quite pleased with that lot. They really are quite something else. I added a bug onto my wooden necklace, and then I made matching earrings on mother of pearl discs. Another bug on the earring stand there. These I think are quite nice. I've just recently worn those on a try on, so you will be seeing them coming up. I've put jade beads in with them, and I think they're quite stunning. Now this is one I've just recently finished. It's just on a plain double black chain, but it was actually the pair of the most over the top earrings that I bought in Thailand, and they just broke, and so I've repurposed them with this very, very sparkly bug, and then the earring coming down below, and then the top half of the other earring going up and joining to the necklace. I'm going to make some earrings to go with that. I'm just still working out how. So as you can see, this is pretty crazy. I'd like to say that I've done enough now, but I'm afraid I don't think that's the case. I think that there's going to be more. But I'm really, really enjoying it. I really am. And it gives me a huge amount of pleasure. So, you know, I'm not hurting anybody by doing it. So I'm just going to carry on. And nearly everything I'm using here is recycled. I mean, obviously the bugs themselves are just made with resin. They're not recycled. But the rest of it is all old bits of jewellery or broken pieces. I'm the kind of person that people hand me they're old bits that they can't fix or they don't know what to do with or have gone out of date, because they know I will use them. So I do tend to end up with an awful lot more than most human beings would have. Some of it, as you know, I have thrifted, but not for very much. I mean, the thrifting here is cheap, so they're cheaply thrifted. And all in all, I have so much enjoyed making and wearing all the pieces that I've made. So I'm just going to quietly carry on fiddling about and doing them. Now I, in my madness, thought that getting the pearl out of this little brooch would be really, really easy. I think the arms would break before the pearls would come off. I've tried heating it with a hairdryer and getting it really, really hot to see if that would soften up the glue. It is not budging. The metal's budging, but the pearl is not budging. My goodness, they use good glue. Everyone that thinks these things are rubbish, this is not rubbish. This is so well made. So I'm going to have to cast it with the pearl
the Crafty
in it, and
Nana
then either chop it off or do whatever
in
I'm
her
going to do
arts
with it.
and
We'll work that out
crafts
as we go along.
studio.
Now, I did just want to say something to you before I go off and do my afternoon's teaching, and that is, be creative. Don't worry about what other people are going to think about it. Don't worry about it not being perfect. Don't worry about, you're doing it for you. Do it for you, because being creative, making things with your hands, is so good for you. It's so good for your mental health, your well-being. So just do, and do you, and do it for you, and don't worry about anybody else. It's seriously important to just get your hands dirty, get in the paint, get in the clay, get in the resin, whatever you want to do, have a go at doing it. Look at Pinterest if you need some ideas. It's full of ideas from all over the world. Yeah, do you, but do it. Don't keep putting it off. Things that you've always fancied doing, have a go at doing it. It doesn't matter what it is either. I mean, if you fancy having a go at doing gem art or blinging something up with some
If
jewels,
you enjoyed this, please like, share, subscribe,
shoes, or
tell a friend,
casting some resin, whatever you fancy doing. Doesn't have to be with a pencil and paintbrush. Just have a go. It'll make you feel so much better once you've got over the, oh my God, is this good enough? Don't worry about that. It really, really is not important. You are doing it for you, and just the doing is the important part. That's my word for the day. A very important word. I really, really genuinely believe that. It really is important to be creative in your life. However it is, whatever it is, even if it's cooking, you know, even if it's making your home beautiful, making curtains, but you do need to do something. My little cat is just quietly creeping under my legs. There's a big thunderstorm out there and he's not happy. I can just feel his little furry body going between my feet. All right, I shall go back to the storm. See you next week. Bye for now from the Crafty Nana. Lots of love.
If you enjoyed this, please like, share, subscribe, tell a friend. Bye for now.